And I'm so sorry, mate. I forgot your name. I should know it. It's Lee, I think, isn't it? Try it again. Hey everyone, so I'm Dan. I'm the creator behind Made in the North, and I thought I would start off by doing a few sort of random questions, question and answers, I guess, about Made in the North itself. So what is Made in the North? Made in the North is a way for businesses to get into the public eye, or more importantly, the people behind the businesses. So you're more likely to buy from a local business if you are invested in it somehow. And to get invested in it, what better way to get to know the people behind it? If you know that when you buy something that you're feeding somebody's family, as opposed to some, big executive buying the third Mercedes, if you know that there's real care and real ingredients and things gone into that product, and real situations and justification for that product to be, then you're more likely to buy that. And there are a ton of businesses around the Cumbria. They have awesome ingredients, awesome products, and awesome people behind them. So I'm looking to expose that to YouTube. And somebody actually said to me, thank God, when I said I was doing a YouTube series, because Cumbria is so behind the times. And I don't actually agree fully with that. I think we're doing pretty well, but it's definitely not going to hurt. So why the North? Well, I was born in Cumbria. I was born in West Cumbria. I came to Carlisle for university. I've got a girlfriend who's from the Northeast originally, or our family's from the Northeast originally. So I've spent time over there as well. And there really are some amazing things going on in the North. And we get this thing of we're sort of largely ignored by the government, but we have what everyone refers to as a northern powerhouse, and that's in multiple industries now. So food, beer, there's amazing breweries in Cumbria everywhere. The same in the Northeast. There's loads of great breweries, and other industries as well, like creative industries. All the great designers that I know, well, not all of them, because it's, but I know so many great designers and developers and people producing creative things that are from Cumbria and around Cumbria. And I think that our location kind of breeds that creativity and things like that. And there's a real sort of spirit of, let's get it done, let's try this, let's do this. And it's quite unique to the North, I find. I'm sure people will disagree, but I don't know. Maybe it's because everything's close to home. So it's only an hour and a half drive to Newcastle, an hour's drive to Kendal. Maybe I'm just being lazy. Maybe that's what it is. How are we going to sustain this? Initially, I looked for sponsors, but companies are very... they don't want to sponsor something that has no episodes out yet, which I totally get. I mean, I don't think I would want to invest my money in something, unless it was somebody I knew personally, that I knew would deliver. I wouldn't want to invest my money or my business's money in something that I had never seen an episode of in my life, and I completely understand that. The best part about it is that everybody's been really positive about it. So even if they've said, we're not going to invest any money, we're not going to sponsor any episodes, but we think it's a cool idea, which is really nice to hear, positive reinforcement and all that. But yeah, everybody's been positive about the idea. So the other thing I was going to do was do a crowdfunding campaign, but I think we all know that around here, unless it's crowdfunding campaigns, unless it's for like the millionth smart backpack that charges your phone, that costs 200 quid, they don't seem to do that well these days. It's publicity is key, and driving sort of interest, and we have nothing to show for it yet, so I don't think that'll quite work. The other option was to apply for funding, and I might still do that because I'm intending on running this as not for profit. So any money I make will get invested back in going out to see businesses and filming new episodes and things like that. So what I may come back to that, but at the minute it's just we would have to bend the idea too much to match in with things that people are funding for, like youth work and things like that. And it's not something I'm willing to do just yet. We are going to touch on bigger issues. Mental health is especially important to me because I suffer from depression and anxiety. So mental health is definitely an issue, especially in the north, especially in in Cumbria and rural Cumbria and things like that. I'm not so versed on what it's like in the northeast. Maybe you can let me know in the comments below. But we have it's pretty difficult to get anything done. So that's one of the issues I want to touch on. Plus, there might be bigger issues that come up in the case of going out and talking to people and difficulties for businesses and things. So we'll see where it goes. But for now, I'm self-funding. I've bought some equipment. I'm just going to use my phone because iPhones are pretty awesome for filming on anyway nowadays. You get 4K out of my phone, which is great. And what I will be doing is launching a Patreon page, which this video will actually sit on to explain what we do, and hopefully with a bit of B-roll footage in there from next week when I go out filming. And you can pledge £1, you can pledge £10, well, it's all in dollars, but don't worry, it gets taken in pounds. You can pledge 20 quid, 200 quid, you can pledge monthly, you can pledge and then cancel so that it doesn't recur, things like that. Absolutely anything helps. What I don't want to do is get into a situation where I'm a business in that I am saying, you need to pay me 800 quid to be featured in an episode of Made in the North. And yeah, I really don't like the idea of doing that. I don't think that's fair on the small grassroots businesses that I really want to touch on. What else are we going to be looking at? Probably artists, creators, businesses that are involved in technology would be cool. That's my kind of thing that I do as well, so that'd be nice to know and to see in the north. What we probably will avoid is trying to go into huge corporate businesses because obviously it's more about the grassroots, the producers. There'll be a few exceptions to that rule, I'm sure. But yeah, small companies, small people, getting to know the people behind products, artworks, installations, craftsmanship. I've got a few furniture makers eyed up, one especially who's a friend of mine. His stuff's amazing, and I just want to get in there and film some footage of him doing what he does, because watching stuff come together is 1,000 times more interesting than just listening to me sitting here talking. Do I accept sponsorships? Yes, I'm going to open up sponsorships for Made in the North, and I think we're going to charge £500 for sponsorship on 3 episodes for now. So that will be sort of 20-30 seconds at the start of the video, and a mention at the end as well, just to say thank you for funding, allowing us to go out and record these episodes. Who are we going to see? So next week we're at F.I.R.S.T. These are the ones that I've got booked in or planned to book in. Next week we're at F.I.R.S.T. Filming how the stages and things come together. It's a hell of an operation to build a festival up. There's a campsite to plan out and everything. So we're going on site on Tuesday or Wednesday to go behind the scenes to talk to the Unity Sessions guys as they get their stage up and stuff, get some footage from there. Awesome guys. If you haven't checked them out, check them out. And Unity Sessions tent is usually the one that's open the latest at F.I.R.S.T, so you should come around. No doubt I'll be hanging around, taking some footage and stuff, and drinking a few cans, having a good time basically. Probably dancing as well. You try and get some footage of that because it's funny. And after that, I am going to see Nick, Chris, and Luke at the Lakeland CBD guys, and they sell CBD oil. So there's a lot of stuff to cover around that, like the legalities of cannabis and the stigma that it's stuck with because it says cannabis oil basically in the description. Well, hemp oil, and the differences between hemp, cannabis, why hemp isn't legal to grow in this country, things like that. So that's another sort of big issue that will tie in with mental health and things like that. But you'll see how it comes together. And after that, I'm going to see a food producer. I will not say who because I think it'd be better if I keep these a surprise. And then after that, I'm just waiting for an email back from them, but a fairly big name in the Lakes food producer has got back to me, and we'll see if they want to get in on the schedule for September, but we'll see. I'm not sure yet. There's also other businesses like, you know what, I'm not gonna go through them all. I'm just gonna leave it as a surprise. So yeah, thanks very much. I know there's a lot of people who follow us on Instagram who like and don't share, but like my posts and send me encouraging messages through direct messages on Instagram. If you can share this about, as much as I hate seeing my face on video, I do need to get the word out there, and the more you can spread this, the more interesting people we can feature and the more people we can feature. But yeah, thanks everyone, you've been really positive. It's beyond what I expected so far. Let's see how far we can take it. Thanks guys.